guess, for a starting pitcher maybe on Wednesday?
Ooh, man. You know, honestly, Wednesday will definitely be a bullpen type game. I mean, it could be. We could throw Tress out there, but whoever starts, I would tell you they wouldn't probably go more than 2 innings, and then it would probably be like 1-1, 2, 1-1, and mostly younger guys. You know, and I mean that's what we're talking about.
You know anything about Western Illinois at all?
Yeah, I mean they like to run a little bit. You know, they had a pretty good weekend. They played at St. Louis University over the weekend and won 2 out of 3. And known their coach for a long time. Other than that, I mean, batting average is down a little bit, but they did score some runs on, you know, in the doubleheader. They won both games. I think it was on Saturday. Haven't played as many games as us. I mean, it's a little difficult. We just have to go off of the info we can find through data. But, as far as really knowing a lot about them, still putting it together. Our guys are doing it right now.
You try to keep Wicklander's pitch count lower so he can help you on the weekend if needed.
Yeah, that, you know, because the plan yesterday, like I said earlier, was to get him some innings yesterday, and we wanted to win the game. You know, we were going to do whatever we needed to do to win the game yesterday and readjust for game 1 against Western Illinois. Well, not having to pitch him yesterday gives us an opportunity to start him, but he won't go very.
Do you like Franklin in the 7-hole? Might that stay? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, put him there, he didn't go good. I mean, as far as winning, I do like him in the 9-hole because to me he's like a second leadoff man. He takes a walk pretty good. He's got some big hits. And put him back there yesterday. Hit there Friday. So I would say I'll probably put him back there.
I saw you got Opitz some work at third. Is that something you're just kind of doing?
Opitz can play anywhere. He can play first, second, third, and all the outfield positions plus catch. So, you know, we're just, you know, thinking ahead a little bit about, you know, traveling in conference with 27 players. Are we going to take this kid or that kid? Or we know we're going to have these guys there and these pitchers. And then if we get into a bind, we have a little bit of an injury or substituting or pinch hitting, you know, we need to be versatile. But he works out at third, he works out at first and second. He takes fly balls in the outfield during batting practice. He's pretty good out there. I don't have a problem playing him anywhere.
You mentioned McFarland. Might you DH him or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did last week. I DH him, you know, because if it goes good, then I feel like maybe I can put him in at first and give Trevor a day off or DH him just to get him some time in the field. But until I start seeing a little more consistency at the plate, I feel like I can only DH him because then it's easier to replace him for the pinch hitter and it doesn't upset our players in the field.
With Burton's suspension, is that something you can appeal or is it something automatic?
I made a call or two yesterday, but there's nothing I can do because it's umpire judgment. The umpire, I mean, I guess from his standpoint, you see it, he just gives up a pretty much game finishing off 3-run homer with a couple outs to make a 2-run lead, a 5-run lead, and very next pitch, the guy gets hit in the head. But he doesn't know. The two coaches are friends. There was no chirping at all between the two teams. You know, it was just a game. They came back and they got us on a windy day, and you know, he's a guy that it's just the way it is. I mean, but from our standpoint, I don't want anybody thinking that we're throwing at anybody, and he didn't mean to throw it there. He's drilled our guys. That's one reason he gets hit. He misses spots, and he misses it by a foot or two, you know, and he throws it where they like it, and that's exactly what happened right there, and that's what kept him from pitching. He throws 94, 95 miles an hour, but that doesn't matter. It's about location.
I don't think there have been any warnings or anything in that game. Was that
nothing.
Where you'd like to see an umpire come out and warn the benches first?
And I think if he would have stood out there instead of running out and screaming, "You're out of the game," and then it got a little nuts because I felt like the way he acted like there was a problem. There wasn't a problem. The problem was the kid got hit and he was hurt. We needed to check on him, and I think he decided it a little bit. I just didn't like it, and you know. But yeah, there was no warning. There was nothing going on, and but that's the new rule. There, you know, if a player, whether it's a pitcher, because you know they usually don't pitch with X amount. If they only suspended one game, it doesn't hurt them. So they bumped it up to like I think 4 games now. And so he won't be able to be in the dugout till Saturday.
When you're building up a 27-man this weekend, how do you kind of break that down on both positions?
Well, the position players you've seen, and then there's 4 other guys that don't play all the time. So really, you're probably going to have 13 position players, and then we can bring a lot of pitchers this year if we need to. But we'll look at that. Obviously, there's about 12 pitchers that, there's 8 or 9 we go to a lot, and then there's a couple other guys that are kind of specialty guys, lefties that get out lefties, and there's some guys that need to, it might have worked out for them this year, pitching-wise, where maybe last year or the year before they wouldn't have got to travel because they wouldn't have made the 27 that are going to make it this year, that are younger, that'll get to get some good experience, just even if they don't pitch on the road or in conference play, they'll get to see it.
You mentioned Plunkett didn't throw very well on Saturday. Is his arm okay? Or
yeah, his arm's fine. He throws between innings. He threw good. It's about getting his feet in position and moving around. And I just want to see him do what he does in practice a little bit. Maybe throw the ball a little more accurately. And it's in there, but catcher's got to have a little bit of enthusiasm and move around a little bit and play the game with some energy, and that's what I want to see from both our catchers.
Cody mentioned yesterday a little soreness there from throwing too many sliders. Is that something you guys try to pay attention to?
Yeah, Cody loves his slider, and when Cody's pitching and Opitz is catching, we give Opitz an opportunity to call most of the pitches, and Cody can shake them off. If we want to we can also tell him what we'd like, and then they'll probably go with it. But he's got a good feel back there. Opitz, he's got a good feel of what's going on. And but if you give Scroggins a chance to pick his own pitch, he's going to pick that about 8 out of 10 times. And he won't pitch for a week, so he'll be fine by his next bullpen.